Two UNESCO World Heritage Sites are the main subject of this video. One of them is Verona, the city of Romeo and Juliet, known for its Roman amphitheater. The other one is Padua, known for its sanctuaries, churches, and its university, which is one of the oldest in the world. Starting off with Verona. The Basilica of San Zeno is a minor basilica, famous for its Romanesque architecture. It stands adjacent to a Benedictine abbey, both dedicated to Saint Zeno of Verona. It is without a doubt one of the masterpieces of medieval architecture. Throughout its history, it inspired numerous poets, among which Giosuè Carducci and Dante Alighieri. Despite the modifications and transformations over the centuries, the building did not modify its layout, keeping its medieval origin substantially unchanged. Ponte Scaliger is a fortified bridge over the Adige River. The segmental arch bridge, with its span of 48.70 meters, was one of the largest in the world at the time. It was built in the mid-1350s, during the reign of the Scaliger dynasty, after which it got its name. The bridge is in white marble in its lower part, and red brick in the upper part, as are all landmarks in Verona from the Scaliger era. The Arco dei Gavi is an ancient structure, built to celebrate the Gans Gavia, a noble family of plebeian descent. It is a very rare example of a privately funded monumental Roman arch. Piazza Bra is the largest square in Verona. Besides the bronze statue of Victor Emmanuel II, the first king of United Italy, several important buildings and sites can be found in this area. One of them is Gran Guardia, a palace which is now used as a venue for conferences, meetings, and exhibitions. The second one is the Barbieri Palace, which is Verona's town hall. But the most important and most famous building in this area is without a doubt the Verona Arena, which was built in the 1st century AD. While now it can host up to 22,000 people, the original arena could seat 30,000 spectators. Many contemporary performers had concerts here, for example, Rod Stewart, Pink Floyd, and many others. In this city you can also find Juliet's House, a 14th century Gothic-style house and museum whose stone balcony is said to have inspired William Shakespeare for his tragedy Romeo and Juliet. Piazza del Erbe was the town's forum, during the time of the Roman Empire. There you can find the 84 meters high medieval Lambert Tower. There are 368 steps to the top, which you can also reach by a lift that leads you to a panoramic terrace. Verona Cathedral, which is dedicated to the Blessed Virgin Mary, is a famous Catholic cathedral and the episcopal seat of the Diocese of Verona. Built in Romanesque style, it was consecrated in 1187. The current appearance of the interior dates from the 15th century renovations. It has a nave and 2 aisles divided by tall pilasters in red Verona marble, which support Gothic arcades. The largest church in the city is the Basilica of Saint Anastasia, built by the Dominican order. The construction of the current church started in 1280, and was mostly completed by 1400, although some of the works continued throughout much of the 14th and 15th centuries. The church is located in the most ancient district of the city, near the famous bridge named Ponte Pietra, which in Italian means the stone bridge. Having in mind it was finished in the year 100 before Christ, this is the oldest bridge in the city. 4 arches of the bridge were blown up by retreating German troops in World War II, but they were rebuilt in 1957 with original materials. On the one side of the bridge you can admire a view at the fortress named Castel San Pietro, while on the other side the most notable site is the sanctuary of Our Lady of Lourdes. We will begin the overview of sites in Padua with the sanctuary named after Saint Leopold Mundic, a Croatian Capuchin friar and a Catholic priest, who became popular in his ministry as a confessor, often spending 12 to 15 hours in the confessional. Here you can see a 90,000 square meter elliptical square named Prato della Valle, which is the largest square in Italy, and one of the largest in Europe. It is a large space with a green island at the center, surrounded by a small canal bordered by 2 rings of statues. In front of Prato della Valle, you can find a 10th century Benedictine abbey complex, the Abbey of St. Justina, which is a national monument and one of the largest basilicas in the world. The architectural style of the basilica combines early Christian, Romanesque, Gothic, Renaissance and Baroque features. Therefore, it is worth mentioning that the basilica is not only impressive because of its size and exterior, but also because of the lovely decorated interior. The Pontifical Basilica of St. Anthony of Padua is a Catholic church and a minor basilica, dedicated to St. Anthony of Padua, a Portuguese Catholic priest and friar of the Franciscan order. Its importance is evident from 2 facts. Firstly, it is one of the national shrines recognized by the Holy See. Secondly, it is an important place of pilgrimage by people from all over the world. The exterior style of the basilica, which was finished at the beginning of the 14th century, is a mix of mainly Romanesque and Byzantine elements, with some Gothic features. The University of Padua was founded in 1222, so it is the 2nd oldest university in Italy and the world's 5th oldest surviving university. Some of the notable intellectuals who attended this university were Nicholas Copernicus and Galileo Galilei. The gardens of the arena are a true example of a public city park inserted in the historic urban fabric. In this area you can admire the Eremitani Museum, the remains of the arena, the Eremitani Church and the Scrovegni Chapel, built between 1303 and 1305 and decorated with splendid frescoes by Giotto, one of the most famous Italian painters and architects in the late Gothic and Proto-Renaissance era. In 2021, the chapel was declared part of the UNESCO World Heritage Site of 14th century fresco cycles composed of 8 historical buildings in Padua city center. The chapel contains the most important frescoes that influenced fresco technique, style, and content for a whole century. Another historical site in Padua is the square named Piazza Cavour. In the center, you can see the statue of Camillo Cavour, the first Prime Minister of United Italy. Thank you for watching. If you like this video, make sure to share, like and subscribe for more travel content.